Today, I want to talk about how children are people too. Raising great kids is a privilege and a responsibility. Sometimes our children can't see their own greatness. Sometimes we can't. Other times we can see their greatness but struggle to step up because of our own challenges. We will be discussing the brain science, tools, and techniques that help us raise great kids. Hi. I'm Cynthia Armstrong. I'm a general and special education teacher in the elementary grades, and I homeschooled my children for 5 years. What I love to talk about are the things I've studied and I've researched, and I found that is really helpful in raising great kids. Today, I want to talk about how children are people too. We sometimes forget that, and I was reminded today. I was listening to a friend of mine tell about how when she was in the corporate world, her first year in the corporate world, she'd graduated from college, she landed a nice job, and she'd been working there for several months when they called her into the office and gave her some papers that outlined the next 5 years of her life. And she was like, and she just didn't like it. She had that feeling. There was just that pause, like what's going on here? And I don't want anybody to be telling me what the next 5 years of my life is going to be. And we forget that children are people too, that they have the same needs. They may not have all the same abilities yet, but they have the needs to be able to decide for themselves. And sometimes as parents, we like to go in there with our agenda and we get to say, this is what your life is going to be like. You're going to be a doctor or a lawyer. You're going to go to this school. We expect you to get these grades, and you're going to play these sports because that's what you're going to need to get into the college that we want you. And we have all of these things planned out for them. But again, children don't have those same abilities as we do. So where my friend was able to look at that and decide, that she didn't want anybody else to ever plan her life for her again, our children aren't quite able to use those words. So this might show up in some of the behaviors that they have, like, I need some more independence, or you're not hearing me. And so they might act out, or they might shut down, like, oh, this is all there is for me. I'm just going to shut down. My friend, who did decide to pursue her own dreams, went and did that. She was like, nope, I'm good. And she did stay with the company for a little bit, but just as she's getting going on her own dreams. And there's so many people who get that paper handed to them and they go, oh, this is what life is going to be for me. And even though they are obedient to that paper and do what they are told to do, they lose some of their joy and some of their light. And so we really, really want to think of our children as people, not as objects or things that we own, but as real people with their own emotions, their own desires, their own dreams. Do you know what your child's dreams are? Do you know what they would like to become? And I know it seems counterintuitive to the things we've been trained to believe for our children. But even if as a 4-year-old our child wants to become a unicorn, or some crazy thing, if we say, oh, that's cool, what kinds of things can we do to become unicorns, and if we could help them kind of follow their thoughts and follow their ideas, then how much more likely are they to follow their own thoughts and ideas and dreams as an adult? And in reality, isn't that what we want for our children? Because where is our child going to be the most successful? Yeah, it's where their dreams are, where their passions are. It's not where we drive them to become, what we drive them to do. It's in them stepping up in that energy of their own power, their own dreams, which builds their confidence, right? If we help them to be unicorns as 3 and 4-year-olds, how much confidence does that build? How will they have room for anxiety or depression if we've offered them that opportunity to practice following their dreams? Because I'm pretty sure when they get to be 17 and 18 years old and they're looking at graduating and becoming adults, their dream is not likely to still be becoming a unicorn. But they will still have instilled in them that confidence, that drive, that I can do, that we helped create by giving in to their dreams rather than forcing ours onto them. And so it's an amazing thing that we can do for our children when we allow them to be people, when we allow that, yeah, it's crazy to want to be a unicorn, and it's not going to bring them money, but what is it going to bring? What does it mean to them? And we allow them to try being a unicorn for a little bit, and then they change and they shift and they see that, oh, there's more that I can do. There's more that I can become. There's more I can accomplish. There's people I can serve. When we allow them to go through that natural progression and we support them and help them and encourage them in that, so that by the time they're 17, 18, they're getting ready to go to college, whatever the transition is in the various countries and opportunities out there, that they can then step up into the powers that they have, the abilities that they have, the confidence that we gave them the opportunity to create. And they are, I can, I will, I become, rather than, oh, I'm supposed to be an adult now? What should I do? Or they become the followers where people tell them what they need to do, and so then they do that, not because it brings them joy or happiness or that energy and creativity into their lives, but because we've trained them to be obedient, listen to the voice, don't think for yourself. And so we get to decide what it is that we want for our children. What is it that in our actions and in our beliefs that we help our children to understand and develop? And so I encourage you to really look into yourself. What is it that you really want for your child? and reach out to your child. What is it they really want for themselves? And if they're not young, if they're a little bit older, they might have a little hesitation in responding to you because, wait, you're asking me to think for myself or to have thoughts or desires for myself, and it might take them a little bit because they might have been squishing it down to fit our agenda or the society's and school's agenda. And so open that conversation, open your heart, allow them to open theirs. And children are great by their very nature, and we have that privilege and that responsibility to raise them. Hi friends, Cynthia Armstrong here. Thanks for joining us today. Please make sure that you subscribe to our channel so you can see when new videos come out and like this one. It is such a responsibility and a challenge to raise great kids, and we are here to help you along that journey to make it as enjoyable and fun and fulfilling as possible. Please check out our website, www.raisinggreatkids.net, and I will leave that in the description below.